This is Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide, and I'm bringing you this week's report of California company layoffs that start with the letter G through L. Again, that's California company layoffs that start with the letter G through L. Now, if you follow me in a length of time, you know my story. You know why this information is very dear to me. It was many, many years ago. I was getting ready to purchase a piece of property. I was in escrow. I had signed my loan documents. And if you've ever purchased a piece of property, you know there's no rescission period. Unlike a refinance, you got 3 days to think about it, decide whether you want to still move forward, whether you want to cancel, but not in a purchase transaction. Upon signing those loan documents, within hours, I go to work and I find out that myself and 399 other people were getting laid off that day, no warning. You know that had to be devastating, and it was. Caught me and the rest of my colleagues all by surprise. And so, thankfully, my loan was due to fund that morning, that day, sometime before like 2 o'clock, wire cut off. And I was able to contact my realtor, contact my mortgage broker, and let them know I don't have a job. You can't fund this loan. And thankfully, I was able to unravel the transaction. Not too good for the seller, right? Because they're anticipating closing that day. However, I was able to unravel the transaction, and I was grateful in that regard. So I am on a mission to share this information and in an effort to alert alert people, one, that what would you do differently if there was a possibility that you would be losing your job? Would you hold off on splurging at the mall? Would you hold off on taking that vacation or buying upgrading your property or buying a new car, whatever that looks like in your world? One, would you kind of hold off on some unnecessary purchases or splurging, and just to make sure that you are deemed safe, at least for that time period, right? That's number one. Number two, I'm committed to sharing this information because I may be able to help prevent you from purchasing or splurging. But what if you say, I have a home, I'm not trying to buy anything, but if I lose my job, how am I going to be able to continue to make my mortgage payment? I want you to stick around because I got good news for you. You do not have to lose your house just because you lost your job. Did you hear what I said? You don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job. There are many programs out there, whether it's a repayment plan, a forbearance, a loan modification. So I want you to stick around. You can visit me at modifymenow.com. I've been helping my clients and helping homeowners and people, whether it's finance, refinance, buy, sell their properties. And I also help them once they have a property, if they experience a loss of income, whether it's due to divorce, an illness, a layoff, or furlough days, I help them be able to avoid foreclosure. So you can visit me at modifymenow.com, but stick around. I'll share some information on some programs out there. But until then, let me get to the companies that are laying off in California that start with the letter G and run through the letter L. Okay. Now I told you the only thing that I want from you, outside of you calling me if you have a mortgage and real estate need, is for you to give me grace on these company names and their street names. Listen, I do all things mortgage and real estate related. So that's finance, that's contract, that's numbers. So these company names and some of these street names, I just want you to give me grace on that. Can I hear you? Are you going to give me grace? Okay. I think I heard enough of you guys say, yes, Lacy, we'll give you grace. So let's get started. Okay. Companies that start with the letter G through L in California. The latest report shows that October 17th, Immunity Bio Inc. is laying off 48 people at 2040 East Mariposa Avenue in El Segundo. You have October 15th, Intel Corporation is laying off 58 people at 1900 Prairie City Road in Folsom. You have December 31st, right after Christmas, right? Just before the new year, Jensen Enterprises, Inc. is laying off 40 people at 5400 Raleigh Boulevard in Sacramento. October 15th, Juul Labs, believe that's how you say it, it's Juul Labs, is laying off one person at 947 Illinois Street, Unit 108 in San Francisco. You have October 31st, Juul Labs 270 is laying off one person at 2475 3rd Street, Unit 270 in San Francisco. You have November 30th, Juul Labs hyphen 270 is laying off 5 people at 2475 3rd Street, Unit 270 in San Francisco. You have December 15th, Juul Labs is laying off one person at 2475 3rd Street, Unit 270. These must be in different departments or the way they break it up. So trust me, I'm giving you the list, okay? December 31st, and they're different days. December 31st, Juul Labs is laying off 3 people at 2475 3rd Street, Unit 270 in San Francisco. October 15th, Juul Labs is laying off 2 people at 2475 3rd Street, Unit 271 in San Francisco. And December 1st, Juul Labs is laying off one person at 2475 3rd Street, Unit 271 in San Francisco. Kaiser Foundation Hospitals. On November 10th, Kaiser is laying off 21 people at 5810 Owens Drive, Pleasanton. November 10th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals is laying off 8 people at 99 South Oakland Avenue in Pasadena. You have November 10th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals is laying off one person at 1950 Franklin Street in Oakland. November 10th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals is laying off one person at 10740 4th Street in Rancho Cucamonga. You have November 10th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals is laying off one person at 8954 Rio San Diego Drive in San Diego. You have November 10th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals is laying off one person at 3100 Thornton Avenue in Burbank. November 10th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals Harrison is laying off 4 people at 1800 Harrison Street in Oakland. November 10th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals Ordway Building is laying off 2 people at 1 Kaiser Plaza Ordway Building in Oakland. November 10th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals Pasadena is laying off one person at 74 North Pasadena Avenue in Pasadena. November 10th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals Los Robles is laying off one person at 199 South Los Robles Avenue in Pasadena. November 10th, Kaiser Foundation Hospitals Walnut is laying off 8 people at 393 East Walnut Street in Pasadena. November 3rd, KeHe Distributors, Inc. is laying off 80 people at 16081 Fern Avenue in Chino. October 31st, Kraft Heinz Foods Company is laying off 60 people at 2450 White Road in Irvine. November 17th, L3 Technologies, Inc. is laying off 134 people at 2436 Town Garden Road in Carlsbad. You have November 17th, L3 Technologies is laying off 134 people at 2436 Town Garden Road in Carlsbad. October 29th, Legacy Supply Chain Services, number 2, is laying off 39 people at 4155 Wineville Road in Jurupa Valley. And last but not least, October 29th, Legacy Supply Chain Services is laying off 14 people at 17825 Indian Street in Moreno Valley. So those are California company layoffs that start with the letter G through the letter L. And remember, I promised you, you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job. I've been helping clients for nearly 18 years, actually over 18 years in the mortgage and real estate industry. Like I said, I help them finance, refinance, buy, sell. And if they find themselves on hard times, they've experienced a loss of income due to divorce, an illness, a loss of job, um, anything, your company closing, if you're self-employed, whatever the case may be, I help you avoid foreclosure, right? So I promise you some good news and to share with you some programs like some of the programs out there to help you keep your home. Should you experience a loss of income, you got a repayment plan, you got a forbearance plan. A loan modification is one of the programs that is more permanent, right? It's a permanent solution, unlike a repayment plan. And so I want to share with you this modification that I got one of my clients. And they had a second on their home. Their first, I modified their first as well. But I want to share this second. They owed about a little over $150,000, I believe, on this. So let me share my screen. Hold on. Let me bring this up for you. I just want to encourage you. You're not listening to someone who hasn't been in this business, doesn't know what she's doing. I have definitely been involved in mortgage and real estate for like 18 years. Oh my goodness. So this client, they had their own business. Unfortunately, it had tanked a little bit, right? So they weren't pulling in as much money as they normally do. And if you look to the left here, look to the left, the mortgage company was Franklin Credit Management Corporation, right? If you look at the previous mortgage payment right here, I have it highlighted. Their previous mortgage payment was $1,029.54. That included principal and interest, and their interest rate was 11.25%. Talk about high, right? It's kind of where rates are right now for seconds, believe it or not, or or close to it. And so they came to me. I was able to negotiate with their lender. Couple of key things, but what you'll find here is when I negotiated their modification, I was able to get their interest rate down from 11.25%, if you look here, to 8%. 8% fixed, right? And that dropped their payment from $1,029.54 to $700.50, and that included principal and interest. Remember, this was a second, so of course there is no escrow account for property taxes or insurance. That's on the first, not on the second. Okay, I was also able to get the bank to forbear $48,560.54, excuse me, and that just means that my client did not have to make any payments on that amount of money unless they sold or refi. Okay, so I was able to help them. So I just wanted to share that with you, let you know that there are programs out there. You do not have to exhaust all your savings. You don't have to wait until you get this notice of default coming in the mail. The moment you know that it's going to be difficult, you're not going to hardly be able to make next month's payment, I need you to reach out to me. Time is of the essence. Getting help with your mortgage is not automatic, but it's possible. Did you hear what I said? It is not automatic, but it's possible. So you want to contact me. I want you to follow me on all social media platforms at Go Lacy Robertson. That's Lacy without an E and Robertson with a T. And then for all your mortgage and real estate needs, visit me at modifymenow.com. Again, that's modifymenow.com for all your mortgage and real estate needs. I help people finance, refinance, sell, purchase, and obviously avoid foreclosure. Okay. I look forward to working with you and for you. And until then, I want you to have a blessed day.